Dear class, now today we are going to look at an illustration in regard to computation of NPV and knowing which product line should we invest in. Which product line should we invest in? So you can say investment in a new product line. Investment in a new product line. You can have that as a heading. Investment in a new product line using NPV. Then you can have this formula with you. Investment in a new product line using NPV. Now see, NPV will be given by annual net cash flow plus TCN minus initial outlay. So you can write them in full. Annual net cash flow, ANCF, plus TCN, terminal cash flow. Then you minus the initial outlay. Please have that formula because it's very, very important. You have to first of all compute each of these so that you're able to now take your step to having the NPV. We say that we are trying now to evaluate. We are trying to evaluate if the project will be viable or not viable. And up to this point, class, you understand what we mean by the term viable. The term viable, whether the investment is profitable. Anytime you hear the term viable, remember we are talking of the profitability of the project. Allow me to lead the question through and then we tackle it. We get the solution. Jahazi Limited is considering, this is from September 2021, question number 2B. Jahazi Limited is considering investing in the purchase of a machine for its manufacturing process at a cost of 5 million. Installation cost of the machine is expected to be 500,000. The machine is expected to have a useful life of 5 years. At the end of which salvage value is estimated to be 800,000. This investment shall lead to an increase in sale. In order to support increased sale, the firm requires an extra investment in working capital at the start of the machine's useful life. Inventory balances will increase by 1,200,000. Debtor balances will rise by 1,500,000 and creditors balance will increase by 1,700,000. The additional investment in working capital will be recovered at the end of the machine's useful life. We proceed and say, the quantity of the product to be manufactured and sold in each year are estimated as follows. The quantities of the product to be manufactured and sold in each year are estimated as follows. We are having quantities here. Then we have quantity for year 1 to year 5 in units. Additional information. 1. The unit selling price and the unit variable cost incurred are estimated at 45 and 15. They are estimated at 45 and 15 respectively. These are expected to remain constant each year. The firm's estimated fixed operating costs excluding depreciation are 100,000 per annum. That is the fixed cost. 3. The machine will require an overhaul at the end of the second year. I want you to see that the overhaul will be required at the end of the second year. Overhaul. End of second year. So if you can look at this, we are having 5 years. So to compute this overhaul, we shall require how many years? We shall require how many years? How many years do you think we need so that we can compute the overhaul? How many years do we need to compute the overhaul? Overhaul. Kiptum. No, we have 5 years, and at the end of the second year, therefore already 2 years. 2 years have already passed. Therefore, the difference, 3 years. So we shall compute overhaul for 3 years. Thank you very much for that attempt. And then we are told this. The overhaul cost will amount to 240. So the overhaul for the 3 years, is 240,000. For the 3 years. Now, what will be the overhaul for 1 year? It will be 240 divided by 3. We shall see when computing or getting the solution to this. We shall see when getting the solution. We proceed. We proceed with the other information. The overhaul cost will be amortized separately on a straight line basis over the remaining useful life of the asset. Four, the firm provides for depreciation on a reducing balance basis at the rate of 32% per annum. And then the cost of capital is 13%. The corporation tax rate is 30%. Using the present value, using the net present value technique, advise the suitability or otherwise of the project. You advise the suitability or otherwise of the project. They say that they want you to compute whether this project will be viable for the company or not. Now, class, what I want to do is to give you 1 minute. You just go through that question alone. Great. Now, class, allow us to start with the first solution, computation of the initial outlay. Allow us to start with the computation of initial outlay. Remember, what is guiding me here is the formula. I compute this together, TC and NTC. It does not matter the order that I follow, only that I need to understand the formula is this way. So the order does not matter. So I can start with the initial outlay. For the initial outlay, these shillings, I can see we are given, they are millions. So I can use maybe 3 0. I can eliminate 3 zeros so that I'm able to, I can say shillings in thousand, eliminate 3 0, shillings in thousand. So what will be my first item to write down? What will be my first item? For those people who are really following what we are doing, what will be our first item? When we are computing the initial outlay, depending with our format. Remember that format is a golden one. Cost of investment. Thank you very much. Cost of investment. I want you people to just understand this. Investment. I go to my question and check. Jahazi Limited is considering investing in the purchase of a machine for its manufacturing process at a cost of 5 million. Therefore, I'll be having 5,000. Then my next point is to less any other incidental cost, or you add any other incidental cost, not lessing, but you add any other incidental cost. Add incidental cost. So in our question, do we have any incidental cost? Just check from our question. Do we have any incidental cost? I'm told there was installation cost. That is one of the machine, which was 500,000. Do we have any other incidental cost? Do we have any other incidental cost? I cannot see any, but I know that you understand some of the incidental costs that we are talking, transport to the site, all those costs that are attached to that item before it is put into use. Those are the incidental costs. So I can see here we have installation cost. Of 500. Installation cost of 500. So if I just, in fact, this 500 should be here. So this is just 500. I add to get my total cost. So our total cost will be 5,500. Our total cost will be 5,500. Before we proceed, are we together up to that point? Please confirm for me whether we are together up to that point. Are we together up to that point? Are we together? Are we together? If we are not together, please indicate so that you are not left behind. Not left behind. Thank you very much. Now, we proceed to the next part. We proceed to the next part. Let's check whether we had an overhaul. The overhaul, remember we said the overhaul cost is added. The overhaul cost is added together with the working capital. The two are also added. The two are also added as part of the initial outlay. So let's see the information in regard to the overhaul. Let's see the information in regard to the overhaul. It was paragraph number ngapi? Additional information gani? Okay. Was it additional information number? Ilikuwa number ngapi? Number 3, yeah? Number 3. So we are told the machine will require an overhaul at the end of the second year. Now, this is at the end of the second year. So that overhaul cost, we added there to be like initial outlay. So we need to know, now how do we compute the overhaul cost? Overhaul cost, for example, you can say maybe a machine will break down, we can change certain part of that machine. All right. Sorry for that. So, for the 2 years, we need to understand what will be the present value. What will be the present value? What will be the present value of this overhaul cost for the 2 years? So that means you have to discount that. You have to discount that. You have to discount that. And we have the cost of capital is 13%. 13%. Can you discount for me this? Let's do it. My key is disturbing me. So overhaul cost, add overhaul cost. Present value of the overhaul. Let's see overall cost. So we are told that the value will be 240,000. So it is 240,000 times 2 years. So that means this is not an annuity. It is not an annuity. It is different years with different amount. So we multiply by the PVIF. PVIF 13%, 2 years. Tapata ngapi? What is the PVIF 13%, 2 years? Remember the 1 plus R. 1 plus R leads to negative N. 1 plus, so it will be 1.13 divide raised to negative 2. Hii mnapata ngapi? How much are you getting here? We want to get that. We want to get that. Mnapata ngapi hapo? Pata ngapi? Pata ngapi? Someone to give us that. Someone to give us that very fast. This one, ndio tunataka. Ni 0 point what? It is 8. Okay, Kiptum is giving us 8. Kiptum, sasa hiyo yako ni 0.88 ama ni gani sasa? 0.8. You're getting different. Sasa sijui, okay, nimeanza kupata zingine hapa. Ndio maana huwa nawaambia kwamba it's good to contribute. Give your answer. Just don't look at us, just contribute. It will really help us so that we are able to compare. Now at least I can see Sarome and don't round it off. I can see now Kiptum you rounded. For the PVIF or PVIFA, always give it to 4 decimal places. Are we together? I can see Kiptum you have rounded it off. Just give them into 4 decimal places. So I think it is 0.7831. 0.7831. Thank you very much. 0.78. So here we have 0.7831. So multiply by 240. Of course, remove these 3 zeros. Remove the 3 zero because already we have removed the zeros here. They are taken care of. So 240 times that, napata ngapi? Thank you, Mary. Yes. 240 times that answer. 240 nakupatia ngapi? That will be our overhaul. It will be our overhaul. Mnapata ngapi? And let's try to be a bit fast. Give me the overhaul. So you're getting 187. Have you removed? Have you multiplied by? I've not followed the instruction. Multiply by 240. Yeah, 187.944. 187.94. That is okay. Then we add working capital. Working capital. How do we arrive at working capital? Working capital will be given by inventory plus current asset, the two minus current liability. Now, can you check? There is an information that was provided for us in regard to the same. The last part of the big paragraph, we are told that the inventory balances will increase by 1,200. So inventory it increase in 1,200. Data balances will rise by 1,500. So the two, you add the two. So this is 1,200. Of course, 30 hatutaki sahi plus 1,500. Then what will be our current liability? It will increase by 1,700 minus 1,700. Can you give me now? Can you give me the working capital? Working capital yenye tutaongeza pale. Tafadhali. Working capital itakuwa ngapi? Hiyo ni 12 plus 15, that is 27 minus 17. Is it 1,000? Is it 1,000? 1,000. I'm getting 1,000 from my mind. 1,000. Can you add for me all these? All this. Add for me all that. That will give us what? The initial outlay that we want. The initial outlay that we want. Ngapi sasa? What will be our initial outlay? What will be our initial outlay? Itakuwa ngapi? Yes, 6687.94. Okay, 944. Okay, because of the decimal, 3 decimal point is okay. So you're saying 6687.944. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Now, in regards to the computation of initial outlay, are we together? Because already now we have this, and I told you that initial outlay we don't discount. Now we want to go to the next part, annual net cash flow. We have 3 parts. Are we together in regards to computation of initial outlay? Just give me a signal whether we are together so that we proceed to the next part. Are we together? They are not talking to me. Probably, perhaps they have gone back to sleep. Now, why would you wake up very early in the morning and then you go back to sleep? Why? Okay. Thank you very much. So now, class, we need to proceed to the next step. I told you this is a step-by-step thing. Now we go to the computation of our annual net cash flow. Computation of our annual net cash flow. Next steps. Okay, sawa. Okay. Mary is asking a very good question. Mary, overhaul is not the same as the disposal value. Overhaul is not the same as the disposal value. Overhaul is a cost. it is a cost that you incur. It is a cost that you incur to maybe change a certain part of the machine. Maybe due to breakdown, you change, you replace a certain part of that machine. That cost that you incur is the one that we are calling the overhaul. Tuko pamoja? So it's a cost. So we include it as a initial outlay cost. Tuko pamoja, Mary? You understand? Thank you. Now, class, we need now to compute the annual net cash flow. And there's something that I would like you to write down before even you compute these. Can you write down depreciation tax shield? Depreciation tax shield. And say, we are defining this. Depreciation tax shield. It is a tax reduction technique. Depreciation tax shield. It is a tax reduction technique. It is a tax reduction technique under which it is a tax reduction technique under which depreciation expense is subtracted. It is a tax reduction technique under which depreciation expense is subtracted from taxable income. Is subtracted from taxable income. Hiyo ni definition ya depreciation tax shield. You find some question that you'll be required to use depreciation tax shield all through. So now let's compute this. Let's compute this. The first thing that we have been given here are sales in quantity form. Sales in quantity form. Sales in quantity form. You have been given sales. Year 1 to 5 sales quantity. So you can as well have these. Can as well have these. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sales. And these sales are given in quantity form. Year 1 tuko na ngapi? 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 Tunaweza ondoa hizi 3 zeros. It will really help us to maneuver here. Yeah. I'll remove the 3 0. So let me just put it down here. Hakuna shida, hakuna shida. Ndio tu bora ni bali unaweka pale. Since we remove the zeros, we eliminated 3 zeros. This is also important when you're doing exam. Okay. Sales sasa in quantity. Sales in quantity year 1. Let's now be a bit fast. Now we understand the procedure, the process that at least tunafuata so that we're able to consolidate all this, and at the end we get the NPV. So give me sales for year 1. Sales are given in units. Can you see 20,000 year 1? The quantity of the product to be manufactured and sold in each year are estimated as follows: 20, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? 20, 25, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yes, they are going to be manufactured and sold. Then we need to get contribution. How do we get contribution? How do we get contribution? There is an additional information number 1 telling us the unit selling price and the unit variable cost incurred are estimated at 45 and 15 respectively. These are expected to remain constant each year. They are expected to remain constant each year. So why can't we compute their contribution? And you can have a formula somewhere that contribution is given by the selling price minus variable cost. Contribution is minus variable cost. Aha. Now we have our selling price as 45, and then variable cost, we have it as 15. And we are told that this contribution will remain constant throughout the 5 years. Naona nikitoa napata ni 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. That is our contribution for the whole period. Contribution for the whole period. Now, class, can you give me the total contribution? Total contribution. Now, if you get the total contribution, you are now able to know you're going to subtract your fixed cost. You are going to get, after you subtract your fixed cost, you are going to get earning before depreciation and tax. Very interesting. So let's get contribution. Contribution is you get your sales in quantity, in units, then you multiply by the country. Yes, Kiptum. Yes, tafadhali uliza. Kiptum can just proceed. Our table is in Okay. Our table is in. Okay, a good question. Thank you. Let me see. A good question. Okay. Good. Thank you for asking. The thousands just eliminated for the units. And now our 45 are in shillings. So even if you pick quantity, thank you, Kiptum. If I pick quantity times price, would we get the sales, or total sales? Therefore, I have, for example, 20,000 times 30. Itanipatia ngapi? Now I want to get my total. Because I know this, that shillings. Itanipatia ngapi? It will be 600, 600,000, 600,000. So just know that contribution are just in shillings. This I just put it for the sake of our units, and any other item, like maybe fixed cost, so that I don't have very many zeros. Otherwise, you can eliminate it. But for me, I just understand that contribution is just given in shillings. So this is that shilling, 30 throughout. It's a fixed that shillings. A fixed. Are we together, Kiptum? Thank you for raising that. Of course, you can eliminate the 30 and put this one as 20,000, and then remain with the 30. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just for me, it's just reducing for me the 0 for the sales, the fixed cost, and such. But I know that the 30 is not multiplied by 30. In fact, that is a valid argument. It's a valid argument. It's a valid argument. You can opt to use that. For example, let me say you don't eliminate. You use 20,000. Then here you'll be having 30. So when working this, you'll be having 600,000. Naona? Mimi sasa hapa nikikuja nitakuwa na 600. Naona? And I know I eliminated. Ama unaweza hata ambia examiner somewhere. Oh, Mary, thank you. I'm coming to that. You can tell examiner maybe with a statement, a small statement that shillings are 1,000 eliminated. 1,000 eliminated with a statement, and then now remove this, and then now remove that. Then now remove this. You can tell examiner that sale all. How you put this as 1,000 so that you people don't get confused. 1,000. Oops, let's use it, the whole of it, but itakuwa nini? Itakuwa wade sana. Itakuwa wade sana. Itakuwa wade sana. I hope you people, you are getting the sense. Are you getting the sense? Maybe I'm coming to you. Are you getting the sense? Instead of having the word day, just at the back of your mind, know that this is shillings. Tuko pamoja. Let me just use the eliminated 30. It will be one day. Itajaa huku sana. Just know that contribution is given in shilling, and it's not in thousand. The units are in thousand. Tafadhali. It will be very one day, of which it will just be numbers here. So unaweza ambia examiner mahali nje, ama you just do it. Answer will be the same, only that you don't multiply mara mbili. Okay, this is that is good. People, I can see you people, you are following, and that is very good. So Mary, coming to you shortly. Shortly to respond to your question. How did you get that? We said, already you have been told. Thank you very much, Salome and Riz. Mary, I hope we are together. Thank you so much. This you are helping mwalimu. That is very good. So I think now we can proceed. We can proceed to get the total contribution. Total contribution is now total sales. It's another word of total sales. It's quantity times price. So quantity times price. 25 times 30 itakuwa ngapi? Please do it for me very fast. 25 times 30 inakuwa ngapi? 25 times 30, we go to 30 times 30. Of course, this is 900. 25 times 30 diona goja, so that we are able to move. Mnapata ngapi? Then we go to 35 times 30. Engage your calculator. 750 from Salome. Thank you so much, Salome, for saving us. Keep tuned the same. 35 times 30. 35 times 30. Who is saving us today? 1050. What about the other one? 40 times that is 1200, of course. I don't have to struggle that. Then you less fixed cost. So class, what is our fixed cost? Fixed cost in ngapi? Fixed cost we are given there. Additional information number 2. The firm estimated fixed operating costs excluding depreciation are 100,000. Therefore, we use it as 100. Do you mind to eliminate 2? It will really help us. It will really help us. Only that you need to understand this, that contribution is given in shares, not in dollars. 100,000, 100,000. Now, class, remember once I get earning before tax and depreciation and tax, I will be good to go. This is 500, 650, 800. This is 950, and this is 1100. Good, good, good. Now, class, what I want you to understand here is that once you get to this point, you are good to go. Because what you do, remember what do you want at the end? What do you want at the end? You want to get cash flow at the end so that you are able to discount. You want to arrive at cash flow so that you discount them to get what? The annual net cash flow. So, in regard to that, we have to eliminate depreciation. We have in these earnings, we have depreciation, we have tax, so we have to eliminate them so that we can have our profit. And since we don't discount profit, we go all the way to eliminating them, and then adding back depreciation, So we proceed to the next part. We less what? We can less our depreciation. And how do we compute our depreciation? How do we compute our depreciation? We were told something there. That depreciation tax shield, the depreciation rate was it 32%? Yeah. Additional information number 4. We are told the firm provides the depreciation on a reducing balance basis at the rate of 32% per annum. 32% per annum. So depreciation, we are going to compute it from the cost, the total cost, the one that we had total cost, without putting into consideration the overhaul and the working capital. What was our total cost before overhaul came in, before working capital came in? What was the total cost? Chatuone nani anakumbuka total cost yetu ilikuwa ngapi? Hata hatujaenda mbali sana. Naiona hapa. See, depreciation, the first case you compute it from the total cost. So what would be 32% of 5,500? That is for the first year. Then we move second year. Because you have this one, allow me to rub it so that we can compute. There we need a lot of working apple so that we are able to compute this one. This one's easy. I wish I will show you the two methods so that you are able to choose. Okay, hiyo ingine itakuwa 500, 5,000. Thank you. Wacha tuone. So the first one will be 50 for the year 1. Depreciation for year 1 is 54,500 times 32%. Thank you very much. After reducing balance, give me that. Ipatie hiyo year 1. Year 1. Year 1. Tafadhali, let's try to be a bit fast. I want you to show you the two methods. The two methods. Up. Wamesahau 1760. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Salome. 1760. And then what will be the cost for the next year? hiyo mwaka ingine. Itakuwa 5500 minus the depreciation for the previous year. So it will be year 2 depreciation. Year 2 depreciation will be 5500 minus this depreciation for the previous year, 1760, and then you multiply by 32%. Thank you very much. How much are you getting? Unapata ngapi? Unapata ngapi? This is very interesting. How much are you getting? Give me the total, the figure there for depreciation. $1196.8 from Mary. Mary, you are swift. That is good. 1196.8. That is the depreciation that we are being given by Mary. Now, those are the 2 years that we did not have the overhaul. Now, from the third year, we have overhaul of 240. So let's see. And this was accumulated for the 3 years. What is the depreciation? We divide by the 3 years. 80. Therefore, whatever that we'll be having, we shall be adding 80. We are adding the overhaul. Very important. So from year 3, we shall start adding the overhaul. So difference yenye ilikuwa hapa, what is 5500 minus 1760? 5500 minus 1760, so that I don't have very long numbers. Zikienda hivi ati niweke zote hapo. Just give me that difference. 5500 minus 1760. Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi? Thanks, Riz. Thanks, Salome. 3740. 3740. So I'll be having 3740. Hiyo imebaki hapa minus 1196.8. Then this one times 32%. Then whatever that I get here, I add 80. The depreciation ama amortization ya the overhaul. Unajua sasa hiyo mwaka overhaul imeingia sasa, pia tunaongeza hiyo depreciation yake ama loss of value. Haya, tunapata ngapi sasa? How much? How much are we getting? This is very interesting. 893.824. 893.824. Thank you very much. Now, this is 893.824. But this overhaul is included here. This overhaul is included here. Therefore, we need to get this difference. That's 740 minus 1196.8 in ngapi. I would like to get answer from everyone here. Nipe difference hapa. 893. Okay. 2543.2. 25. So year 4 will be equal to 2543.2. 43.2 minus, I'm not going to subtract the whole of this because I don't want to include overhaul kwa sababu still nitaiongeza hapa chini. Lakini kama sitaongeza, I can just go direct. But let me not include the 80. So I'll be having this 893.824 minus 80. I'll be having 813.824. 813.824 times 32%, then plus whatever that I get here, I add my 80. Give me that. Thank you very much, Salome Liz. Salome Liz. Unapata ngapi hapo? Unapata ngapi hapo? Hapa ndio sasa kazi iko. Ukishamaliza hapa, good to go. Kazi ipo hapa. Haya, year 4 tupatie depreciation itakuwa ngapi? Year 4 tunapata ngapi? Year 4 tunapata ngapi tafadhali? 633.4000 from Salome. 633.4. Let's just use it as 0.4. Hii ina include hii. Hii ndani ya hii kuna 80. So remove 80 ili tuweze kupata. First of all, give me this difference. 2543. Now year 5, the last one, of course. 2543.2 minus 813.30. Inapata ngapi? Inapata ngapi? Good. Difference nimepewa. Umetoa 80. What am I getting? 633. 607 is 633 iko na majority. 633 iko na majority. I don't know why. Okay, give me this difference. 2543.2 minus this. Hiyo difference ni ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi? It will be 1000 and something. 1000 and something. Nipatie tu hiyo 1000. We are just waiting for that difference so that we are able to compute year 5 depreciation. Year 5 depreciation. 1729.376. 1729.376 minus is 633.4 minus 80. Itakuwa kitu something. Is it 5? 633.4 minus 80 ni ngapi? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Taka kuona hii. This minus hii. You still tutaongeza pale. Kwa ngapi? We getting the answer here. 553.4. 553. Nataka tuende step by step because I don't want any confusion here. Plus 80. Haya, sasa mimi mkinipatia hiyo, I'll be good to go. I'll be good to go. Give me depreciation. I can start even writing here. Less depreciation. Less depreciation. 1760. 1196.8. Then 893.82. Then 633.4. Then hiyo mmepata ngapi? Hiyo mmepata ngapi? Ya year 5 sasa. Give me that of year 5 please, so that we are able to 456.31. 456.31. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Now with that we can less. But before we less, let me not confuse you. Let's less. Whatever. Now I'm eliminating this depreciation from my earnings. So I'll be having earning before tax. Nitole easy. 500 minus that. Napata ngapi? 500 minus that. Napata ngapi? Napata ngapi? Of course a negative, no problem. Hizi zote hata unaweza pata negative. Set ya mwisho. So negative what? Negative what? We're waiting. We are at the waiting bay. 1260. 1260. Thank you very much. Next one. We are doing great. You are doing great. Next one ni ngapi? Hiyo ingine ni ngapi tafadhali? Watu wamepoteza calculator. If you see people silent, two things involved. One, dozing. Two, not able to press the calculator because you can't see the button. Can't see the button. So next one, 546.8. 546.8. Give me very fast so that I would like us to finish this. Sitaki tuache ikiwa pending. Hapana. And we are many. You can give me, mwingine anaweza kuwa akinipatia year 5, bora we indicate there, year 5, year 4. You are many. Don't just leave this for Mary. Nasema Mary si anatufanyia, my friend. Wakati wa mtihani. Hapo ndio mtu unajua I mess somewhere. This is where you train. Sijawapatia hiyo secret. This is where you train. 96.82. 893. Itaingia kweli hivyo? Ni 96 ama 93? 93, yeah? 93. Yeah, you see. When we are many, at least we can argue out, 93. Haya. Next one. Wakati wa mtihani ndio mtu hujua kuna kitu si kufanya vizuri, kuna kitu si kufanya vizuri. So, since this is a training field, please cooperate. Jaribu hata kucompete na mwenzako. It is easier that way. Unakuwa rahisi hivyo. So ingine tupewe 316.6. 316.6, of course positive. Then the last one should as well be a positive figure. It should be a positive figure. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. And speed is a key as far as FR, speed, the key. So you train, where do you train your speed? Here, at Zoom, hapo ndio una train. When unaona watu wakirusha namba hapo, that is the way to go. Si wakati sasa exam ni kesho ndio unaanza kutafuta calculator sasa. I'm buying a new calculator. Why? Because I have exam tomorrow. My friend, that is a fail direct. Hiyo siwezi kuficha. It is a fail. Ati unaenda kununua calculator a day to exam. That is a fail. You have not even interacted with the calculator. Ni kama gari tu. Ati hujakuwa ukipractice driving, afu uchukue gari sijui kuja nayo Nairobi. How now? How? Not possible. Less tax. Now tuondoe hii. Less tax. Not possible. Tax was 30%. So get that percent of each of the earning before tax. 30% of the first year. Why can't I have 5 people give me year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and then we are done? We're taking too long. And we are many. Why? That means there is something need to be done. So give me tax for year 1, year 2 to year 5. 378. Thank you very much. We move. Year 2. You know what, we want to finish up this. Year 2 nayo tunapata ngapi? 30% of 546. 546. We are still waiting. I wish that people can changamka. Giving these. Mahali unaweza fanya, mahali unaweza unafanya. Mahali inakuwa ngumu unaacha. Ama unajaribu kidogo. Najaribu kidogo. You try. Just try. We are trying. All of us. All of us. We are trying. We are trying. Thank you for the answers that are still coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are really trying. We are really trying. What about now 30% of 93.82? Remember, it's a negative. If it's a negative, you just put it in that negative form. Mnapata ngapi? 28.146. 28.146. We are really trying. We are really trying. We are really trying. Your hope ni negative pia. Hiyo ingine ni 94.98. 94.98. Thank you very much. And the last one. Let's get 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 the last one. 193.11. 193.11. Great. Now we are subtracting this. We are subtracting this. We are subtracting this. So minus 1260 minus 378. Don't forget. Minus 1260 minus 378. Remember now this one is converted to plus the negatives. So you are adding. It's like minus 1260 plus 378. Mnapata ngapi? How much are you getting? How much are you getting? This is very interesting. Let me see my list. 882. 882. Of course, these are negative. Kwa sababu hii ndio kubwa. It's still a negative. Yes. Yes. The same case apply here. Minus 546.8 plus 164.04. Liz, tunapata ngapi? Mary, tunapata ngapi? Sarome, who else is a contributor, major contributor? Tekno, umenyamaza zaidi. Tekno, are you in class? Ama umeweka tu Zoom na ukachomoka. 382. The only thing mwalimu can know that you are concentrating is through your contribution here, through your contribution. If you don't contribute, I wonder, are you around? Are you around? Just wonder. Or who don't you have? Is it a calculator? Is it a calculator? Good. Thank you. Getting the same. Getting the same. Let's move to the next one. 93 minus 93.82 minus 28 point. How much are you getting? Tunapata ngapi pale? Hapo tunapata ngapi? The other thing that I wanted, I think you'll do it as a homework. Najua itasaidia sana. Sana, sana, sana. 65.67. 65.67. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're making our work easier. You are saving our time. There are many things that you are doing that are helping us. Saving our time, making our work easier. Now, 316.6 minus 94.98. Tunapata ngapi? Tunapata ngapi pale? Tunapata ngapi? Of course, that's a positive figure. 221.62. 221.62. I encourage all of us to contribute. Yes. Thank you very much. Frida, asante sana. Asante sana. Asante sana. Asante sana. Next one. The last one, of course. 643.69 minus that. Napata ngapi? $450.58. 450.58. This is our profit after tax. Tunaendelea vizuri kabisa. Asanteni sana. All this is your work. All this ni kazi yenu. So asanteni sana. Now from there we have profit after tax. Do we discount profit? Do we discount profit? Yes or no? An easier one is Y or no or N. Do we discount profit? Mimi anatuambia hapana. Mimi anatuambia hapana. Mimi anatuambia hapana. We don't discount profit. Therefore, a very important note for you. A very important note for you. You add back profit, the depreciation. You add back depreciation to the profit. So let's add back depreciation. Add back. So that we get the annual cash flow. Add back depreciation. Add depreciation. Hii yenye tulipata 1760 11 na ukumbuka ilikuwa positive. So huiadi ikiwa at negative, hapana. Ilikuwa isini hizi positive hizi. Hata hii ya mwisho utaandika ilikuwa ngapi? 456.31. Hizo ndizo unaongeza hapa, adding back 893.82, 633.4, then 456.31. You are adding back depreciation to get the cash flows. Add for me depreciation now. Already added 878 ndio ya kwanza. I hope so. I hope so. 878. Next one. I hope so. Mary anatuambia yes, thank you for confirming. 878. Thank you very much. We are adding back depreciation. Give me this. Next one, year 2. Year 2. Wakati mwingine unachukua maybe hata year 5 and then unatuambia year 5 ni hii. You ina save our time so much. It save our time. Mwingine anachukua year 4. It save our time. 814. 814. Next one. We're doing great. 814. Okay, sawa. That's okay. Next one ni ngapi? Hiyo ingine itakuwa ngapi? Haya. We are really trying. Hiyo ingine ni minus 65.67 year 5. Thank you very much, Pida. 906. Naona sasa hiyo. Sasa mwingine hata akifanya confirm, tuko tu sawa. 828.154. 828.15. Thank you. The last one, year 4 now. Year 4 tunapata ngapi? Year 4. Ni addition. You add. I think this one can add something. So in 2 0 carry 1 5 5 8 855 point. This is point 855.02. Now class, since now I have cash flow, I can smile. This cash flow ndio tulikuwa tunasema kwa time value of money. Are they regular or irregular? Hapo sasa tumeingia hapo. Yani inakuwa rahisi as you move down. Are they regular or irregular? Cash flow? Regular or irregular? From our time value of money concept. Regular or irregular? Regular or irregular? Meli, Salome, the answer fitting. Another person. They are irregular cash flow. Therefore, we discount these. We discount. I would wish you use a table. Use a table at the end of that. So we use PVIF 13%. PVIF 13%. So use a table and give me those figures. Thank you, Kiptum. Use the table. That past paper iko na table hapo mwisho. You use the PVIF table unipatie hizi. So unaenda kwa 13% 1 year. Unanipatia hiyo value very fast so that we get now the annual net cash flow. Annual net cash flow. Nipatie kwanza. Table kule mwisho ama haina table? You mean it should have a table bwana. Ama haina? It should have. Uende kwa PVIF. The first table is PVIF. Yes. So 13%, sijui kama iko nayo. 13% year 1. Ni ngapi? 0.8850. Can confirm alafu sasa tuende. Yes. 0.8850. Next one. 0. I'm there also 7831. Confirm for me 7831. I hope you people know how to read this table. You ingine ni 6931. And that one we are saving time now. 6133, 0.6133. Confirm for me. If I'm wrong, just correct me. Then 5428. 0.5428. Then we get annual net cash flow. Annual net cash flow. Ni safari mzuri kabisa. So you multiply the two. Annual net cash flow, you multiply. Multiply for me 878 times the PVIF. Year 1, you can start with any. There's no any order. We just need to complete this. Tafadhali, I beg. Give me the total. Give me the totals. 777.03. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next one. Hata ukifanya year 5 unipatie wewe niambie tu Y5, Y3. I will just be very happy. Give me this. Nataka by the end of the month tukue at least our paid iko 491.8. 491.8. Being given 491.8 year 5. 637 Maria nazifuatanisha 637.44. I hope that all of us are really following this. Salome, okay. Salome yako ni ya kwanza, sawa. Tusonge tu, tuendelee tu, tusichoke, tuendelee tu. $573.99. Nimegundua kwamba 573, yeah. Then okay, thank you. Now the last one. Last one tafadhali. Sasa we are almost there. The night is darker at the end. Pale 5. The night is darker. Hapo mwisho. Nipatie 524.38. 524.38. Please do me a favor and give me the total annual net cash flow. Now we are computing the terminal cash flow, the last bit of it. Terminal cash flow. Terminal cash flow. Morris. Today, Morris, lakini you have contributed so much. So, terminal cash flow computation. Terminal cash flow. TCN. Terminal cash flow. Terminal cash flow. Give me the total annual net cash flow. Niambie ni ngapi? So class, to compute the terminal cash flow, okay, my question is misbehaving, no problem. To compute the terminal cash flow, you have to check what are some of the scrap value. What are some of the scrap value? Oops, what's happening now? Oops, sasawa. No, it's okay. Did we have the scrap value? Scrap value, just check from the question. Yes, I've been given the salvage. Scrap ama salvage in the same. When you hear of scrap ama salvage value, this is the same. It's the same. We have 800,000. So you take the scrap value, you add the working capital, changes in working capital, which we got 1,000 working capital. I hope somebody is giving us total easy. You know, you're saving time. Then after you add that, you get the present value. The present value of that. And since it is happening at the end of the 5th year, Indio Sasa, who was asking, there was somebody who was asking about the salvage with together with the overhaul. Now, this is the salvage. At the end of the year, this is what they will get. Was it Mary? I think so. So, sorry. So, terminal cash flow shillings are in 1,000. So we have the salvage value in rahisi kabisa 800. Then add the working capital. Now working capital tulipata 1,000. Hope you remember we said that it is inventory plus the current asset, which was debtor, then you minus current liability. We got this. You remember that 12, 15 minus 17 together. Then whatever that you get here is 1,800. Discount. I told you that you need to discount. When you discount hii pia, hapa pia huwa tuna discount hii amount. We find the present value of this. You get the present value of this. So what will be the present value of this? It will be 18,000 times PVIF. PVIF 13%, 5 years. Now, can you check from the table? You can check from the table PVIF 5 years. Siata 5 years tuko nayo hapa ndio hii. 5 years ilikuwa 0.5428. So it is equal to 1,800 times 0.5828. Give me now this 18. Nani amecompute sasa hii total? Mnasahau, lakini I understand that you are trying to follow this. After this, I will give you a good assignment, a simple one, and then go and compare. Sasa mimi nipatiwe ile na nipatiwe hii total, because I'm done. Now I need my formula for NPV to determine whether NPV is equal to annual net cash flow, total annual net cash plus terminal cash flow minus initial outlay. I'll be good to go. Tafadhali nisaidieni nimalize hii. Nisaidieni. 977.04. 977.04. Thank you very much. God bless you. What's the total of this one? Give me the total, because I now need this. That one plus 977 0.04 minus initial outlay ilikuwa ngapi? Kuna mtu anahesabu hii. You just take your part and then you proceed. Unajua sasa hapa, you just take your part. Take your part. You fix yourself. 3037.22. 3037. Someone can confirm for us. 37.22 plus that. Then that one we minus initial outlay ilikuwa ngapi? Can I really remember? Can I really remember? 67.28. Ama ilikuwa ngapi? Remind me. You have it. Initial outlay. Total initial outlay tulipata ngapi? How much? 6687.9. 6687.9. Now tell me whether the project is viable or not. Add the two, subtract this, tell me whether the project is viable. Are we really going to acquire this machine? Are we really going to acquire this machine? It's how do we advise these people? What is our advice to the people? Imetoka wapi? Imetoka wapi? Salome ameuliza vizuri kabisa. Ongeza hizi. Salome 777 total annual cash flow. Tunataka sasa total annual cash flow ili tuweze kuziongeza pamoja na our TCN so that we are able to subtract our initial outlay. Ongeza hizi zote. So kwa miaka 5. Salome, are we together? Salome, are we together? Yes, that is the order. If you don't understand, please ask. I can even repeat 10 times because my objective is to make you understand. So never fear asking. Never fear asking any question. Sasa tupewe the NPV and then advise these Jahazi Limited whether they should invest in purchasing this machine. 2706.27. 2706.27. 2706.27. Which is a negative. Therefore, we advise Jahazi Limited not to consider this project. Of course, if they consider the project, they are going to incur a loss of 2,706,270. 2,706,270. So class, are we together? Tuko pamoja hadi hapo? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? How I wish that everyone could confirm whether we are together. When you sit down and follow this question vizuri pole pole, you'll get to get more understanding. It's not hard. Now, what I want you to go and try. Listen, assignment tutawapatia tu kidogo hapa. Now, hapa, I'm not recording this, but some people may, okay, those who will join maybe may use the video to help them. So at this point, class, please listen and listen carefully. Sometimes, when we get to this point, we can opt to convert this one to depreciation tax shield. You convert it and call it depreciation tax shield. Sasa, the way we did that, to get this, we are only remaining with multiplication of the tax. We multiply with tax, and then we get the tax sheet for year 1. Now, give me the tax sheet for year 1. Tax was 30%. Nipatie tax sheet, depreciation tax sheet, tupate tax sheet. Very fast, very fast. I want you to do it so that you get to understand. How much is the tax? 1760 times 30%. Napata ngapi? Napata ngapi? Napata ngapi? Won't you listen very carefully here? 528. 528. So year 1, we have 528. Thank you very much. Year 2 tuko na ngapi? Year 2, give me for year 2. Just pick that. Already process yote tushafikia hapa. Year 2, tafadhali. I guide you on something. Year 2, 30% of 1196.8. Ya mara mbili. Ya pili, mwaka ya pili tunapata ngapi? Engage your calculator. 358.89. 358.89. 3.0. And then year 3, 359. Okay, I don't know which is which, but that is the order. Once you have reached that point, of computing the depreciation tax sheet, it will become easier for you. To now come and say, ukifika hapa, less depreciation tax sheet. I wish I had another pen with a different color. You less depreciation tax sheet. So for the year 1 itakuja nilete hii hapa. Nitoe. For the year 2 nitaleta hii hapa. Nataka ufanye hivi. Ukikuja for year 1 is 528. 528. Ebu chukua 500 minus 528, utapata ngapi sasa? Utapata negative 28. Negative 28. I think it's negative 28. 528, I think. Negative 28. So you less the depreciation tax sheet for each. Now you will not add back. your depreciation. That's another method. I think we shall look at a question. Whereby now we shall compute the depreciation under charge. But first of all, just appreciate this for adding back depreciation. So that you can get your cash flow. So I think I can give you an assignment. You go and attempt, and then we shall start from there. Go and attempt. No worries. So have this assignment, November. Have this assignment, November 2016, question number 4C. Can you go and attempt this assignment? Where tu jaribu? Discuss with your colleagues. And then the concept of the tax sheet itaweza kuelezea mahara pale. Otherwise, mimi nashukuru sana kwa wakati wenu, and thank you for attending our today's class. And making it a success. Without you, that class could not be successful. Otherwise, asanteni sana na mkuwe na siku njema. God bless you. Okay, Mary is asking for the video. Okay, the video after converting, the video will be shared. In fact, we said that videos are the current one. Tukituma, for example, ile link yetu yenye iko chini ndio current.